Hi everyone, welcome to AJ's Diecast News and Reviews. I'm AJ. Today we are going to check out a Japanese sports coupe. The 90s saw a rise in Japanese sports cars, and this Nissan 300ZX was right in the thick of it against Mazda RX-7s and Toyota Supras. This 1990 Nissan ZX was produced and came in their Matchbox Premier line of cars, the top-of-the-line cars they produced in this era. This particular Nissan was released in their Series 15 wave in 1997 and 1998. I love how the box promotes this as one car of 25,000 produced, as if it's some sort of special edition. 25,000 cars is a lot. Also, the car comes in a box to put it in, much like the Matchbox Collectors series of today. The back of the box is pretty cool. It promotes that the cars have Goodyear rubber tires, chrome wheels, highly detailed and realistic interiors and exteriors. You can also see the different series on the back of the box. Our car here came in the High Speed series, but some other cars were the Dodge Viper GTS, the Plymouth Prowler, and the Ferrari F50. Really a throwback to a wonderful era of cars. As well as something new for 1998, the box also promotes the Matchbox website. Ooh, 90s internet. Nobody get on the phone, I'm getting on the web.
You've got mail.
Also interesting is that this was the last 300ZX diecast released by Matchbox. Also interesting is that this particular car is an original from my childhood. I will ignore slight blemishes considering how old this car is. It's from 1998. It also survived being my toy. Let's check this car out up close. So right up front, we get a nice detailed front end. The blinker lights, the running lights, they're all colored. They even nicely color the grille lines too. Something that's hard to overlook are the headlights. They're actually a piece of plastic. They are also somewhat sunken in. I had to check with other diecasts of this exact car, and it seems to be a slight manufacturing flaw. None of the plastic headlights fit perfectly in those slots. You can see the gap all around it. So I guess that's the flaw, or maybe it's no big deal. I'll aim towards a flaw. Look at that wide front windshield. You can also see a detailed interior. More on that in a bit. The side does indeed fashion some rubber Goodyear Eagle tires and a nice sleek design. Crazy this car was actually designed in the 1980s. Its first year on sale was in 1990, the same year this car represents. I love this line along the bottom part and how it runs cleanly from the front to the rear. I also like how that C-pillar forms and creates a higher rear portion of the car relative to the front. The rear has the iconic Z-car taillights, or as my English friends would say, Z-car taillights, a detailed license plate, and a plastic quad exhaust on the bottom there. Look at that massive rear window. Looking at the top, we have a T-top, which I believe both top windows above the driver can be popped out and allow for air to flow in. From the top is where we can also see the highly detailed interior. Sort of a gray-white plastic interior. You can see the trunk there in the rear. The seats have been painted black in the center, and the dash is also black. The steering wheel is black with a tiny silver centerpiece and a red shifter. Very cool. Here is the other side of the car. And now for the underside. This car released just as Mattel was buying Matchbox. So this car still has the Matchbox branding on the underside, as it reads there, Matchbox International. This car was also made in China. Pretty basic plastic chassis, honestly not that detailed. Comprehensively though, this car looks great. Did it live up to the branding on the back of the box? Rubber Goodyear tires and chrome rims? Yes, it had them. Highly detailed interior? I'd say so. Realistic exterior? You bet. To find a highly detailed quality diecast in the 90s like this isn't as common as it is today. Premium lines were just not that common. Matchbox was really doing something different with this line, and it was kind of the start of highly detailed diecasts, at least coming from the likes of Matchbox and Hot Wheels like cars. I mean, you could upgrade to something like Johnny Lightning, I guess. I love this car. I love the 90s vibes and nostalgia it creates. It makes me think of video game arcades and like winning tickets for some silly pencil topper and I just think of a bunch of cool 90s sports cars outside. I don't know. You could really say this was the peak era of Japanese sports cars, or at least a peak era. I mean, there were so many cool cars coming from every brand, and it was just neat seeing so many companies compete for the same spot. They were all competing for dominance. The American brands weren't really creating sports cars. I mean, yeah, you had the Camaro and the Mustang, but it just wasn't the same at this time. This Nissan 300ZX was a fine diecast, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. What did you think of this car? Please let me know in the comments below. Hopefully I was also able to gain your subscription. I'll just plug it right now. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. If there's something you'd like to see or learn, let me know about it. That's how this channel grows. I'm AJ, and thank you for watching AJ's Diecast News and Reviews. I will catch you next time.